young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel quickly, and it's Barrett at the 3.
You go back to quickly in his rookie year, he shot about 40% from deep, so shooting from long distance, not a problem.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Burks kicks to Adebayo. A 3 ball, and Burks is good for 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And there's a shot that Ingram has mastered, the pull-up.
Hero fires from way outside. And Pirtle pulls it down. For Jakob Pirtle, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
Ingram right side. Fires the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
And a deep 3 from Hero. Hero can't get that one to fall. Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Burks for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Barrett inside the 3-point line. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Wiggins dishes to Ware. Back to Wiggins. Good ball movement here by Miami. And stolen by Barrett. Here we go, one-on-one. Hogged up there for Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Barnes with great lift off the floor. What a play.
Miami's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Hero from long range. Toronto grabs the miss.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Adebayo kicks to Hero. Trains the 3-pointer.
Well, the catch and shoot is where Tyler Hero excels.
For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to the Spurs. And it's quickly in the corner. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Quickly's got 8.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Now the Raptors moving it up. Goes up. And Barrett slams it in.
Barrett's instincts on the move and on the fast break are something that this offense will benefit from.
Here's Hero. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Toronto leading by 6. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. So we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling you guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
The Heat have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Mitchell passes to Wiggins. That shot off. Nice D from Barrett. On the wing quickly. He's got 8. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 10 points for him.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And here's Adebayo outside. Mobo with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Pass to Quickly. Quickly setting the pick for Ingram. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Toronto Raptors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Terry Rozier's checked in for Miami. Anderson against Barnes. Outside for Robinson. Robinson on the wing. Misses the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Abaji's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
2024, Brent, was a momentous year for Scotty Barnes. His first All-Star appearance.
Well, Kevin, an amazing accomplishment for such a young player, but it feels like we're just scratching the surface. There's been so much exploratory with Scotty Barnes. What I'm interested in the maturation process is when Scotty makes winning the most important thing, where he's pushing his teammates and taking on responsibility. That's when he's going to cross over into superstardom.
4 on the shot clock. Pass to Mobo. From deep. And that one's good, Abaji. Abaji's got his third basket of the night right there.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
A three-pointer is right on target. Robinson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat.
And Robinson with a timely trade.
Here's Abaji. They get it again. Lets the three fly. Hands it from downtown. Abaji's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods in the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. Rozier with the ball. He's picked up by Dick. Robinson for three. This is the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the evening. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Here's Ware. No scoring in this one. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dick hits it from three-point range. And the Raptors lead by 11.
unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Manuel quickly, he's checked in for Toronto. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Ware. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3, Barrett. And it's Miami with the rebound. They push it up 4 on 3. Stolen by Quickly. Ingram outside. Puts up a 3. And Ware pulls it down. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 11-point game. Launches it. Ware, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Ingram. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. Lawson's checked in.
0-0. A.J. Walker.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Quickly, a screen on Wiggins. Lets it go from deep. Out to Ingram. Back to Pirtle. 6 to shoot. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Taking a look at the Raptors, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you have big...
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Raptors.
Whoa,
And that is...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
So for Toronto right now, in at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Fades and shoots. That one rolling around and rims out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Hero. Here's Ingram. Buries the 20-footer. Ingram's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he's throwing the defense off balance, and then he gets to the bucket. That's a nice move from Ingram.
Hero kicks to Ware. From deep, Adebayo. Toronto grabs the miss. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots. Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Ingram finds quickly. Works against Ingram. Barrett for 3. It's tipped. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And Ingram the bucket on the assist from Pirtle. Ingram's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Pass to Pirtle. It's Barrett on the wing. Burks covering. The tray. Here's Pirtle. Shoots a fader. And it's Miami with the rebound. Burks with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Hero, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And here's quickly for three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And here's quickly for 3. And again, Toronto no up. The Heat trail by 8. Pass to Hero. Stolen by Quickly. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Down low. It's stolen by Barrett. Fast break Toronto. Fires the 3. Up again. And there's Barrett. Putting it right back in. Barrett's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the hustle from RJ on the offensive end was tremendous.
Raptors leading by 10. To the inside. Here's Ware. Back to Hero. From deep, Adebayo. It's good from long range. Adebayo's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
I love the rise and fire approach from Bam. You see how effective that is.
Quickly kicks to Pirtle. From the arc. And Emmanuel quickly gets the 3. 13 points in the game.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Ware. Burks against Ingram. Fires away from outside. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. For 3, Barrett. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 10. Hero with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Burks the pass to Adebayo. Kicks it out to Hero. Here's Ware. He's covered by Ingram. Ware, good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
The 3 from Barnes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they get it to double digits.
And so it's Toronto, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We come back right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Duncan Robinson out there with Jaime Jaquez. And there's Anderson, then it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Raptors leading by 13. Now Boucher, this one for 3. Good D by Anderson.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Robinson missing again.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Mitchell finds Robinson. Takes the 3. And it's Robinson again missing.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second. So there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
There's the triple. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Here's Boucher. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Anderson outside. Three-pointer. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Quickly with a wide open look. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Miami Heat. Trailing by 13. Outside for Robinson. Shoots over Walter. Gets to the corner and buries it. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter.
There's no way that on the scouting report it didn't say find Duncan Robinson, and right now they need a map.
Back to Barnes. Anderson against Boucher. Shot clock at 6. Top the key, Barnes. Pass to Walter. Lobbed up there for Barnes. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Heat making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. The Heat trail by 11. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Virtle. Outside for Robinson. The three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. At one point, they led by 16. And here's Ingram from the arc. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And right now, efficient as Brandon Ingram is just torching the defense.
Right wing, outside Robinson. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Jaquez with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Toronto?
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area. Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Toronto.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And Toronto making a change here. Castleton's checked in.
Number 18, Colin.
From past the arc. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Robinson for 3.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
Castleton's shot is off. From downtown, it's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Quickly. From outside, off the mark. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Bam averaged 5 assists per game during that breakout campaign in 2020, and he's at it again.
And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
And so it's the Raptors winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
so many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's George. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Sarr in at the 5 down low. Now here's Hero. They really needed more from him in the loss to Cleveland. Adebayo from long range. Sarr pulls it in.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Middleton. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Intelligent play by Middleton. Now, he does what he can to ensure he gets fouled while in the act.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Poole launches it from deep, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
What a response by Jordan Poole. Not sure you want to duel with him from beyond the arc.
Here's Adebayo. The little short-range fadeaway is off target. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. They set a pick. Here's Coulibaly. From outside, off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Works for 3. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. It's Poole on the wing. The 3 gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, we all know Poole considers himself a valuable three-point shooter. He will fire away indiscriminately.
Back to Hero. Fires the 3. Again, the Heat misses.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And it's Miami's ball. It's a 5-point game. Jacks up a 3. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Washington has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Poole against Hero. This one for 3. Again, the miss by Poole. Poole's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Hero finds Adebayo. Back to Hero. And again, no good by Miami. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's the pick. Here's Coulibaly. No good on the 3. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. And a little basketball royalty in the building. Dwayne Wade taking in the game.
Oh, Miami's got to step it up. You got to deliver with him in the house. And speaking of delivering when it matters most, his 2006 Finals performance, one of the greatest in NBA history. He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Kicks it to Hero to get back on track. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Hero's got 6.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Miami trailing. Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package. And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And for Washington, they're shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Poole with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. Chalk up 2 there. Give him 8 points now.
Oh, my goodness. That's a slick-looking move from Jordan Poole. He right now is playing at his pace.
Wiggins passes to Hero. 3-pointer. Washington with a rebound. Here's Sarr. Still without a bucket. The quick look, no good that time. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. Hero with the bucket.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
Outside Coulibaly. Sinks it from distance. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Adebayo from long range. Doesn't go for him. The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Poole. Nice move. Nifty move. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Carrington. They get it again. Outside Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. Fades away. No good that time.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Outside Mitchell. No good. Would have counted had it gone. What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
They've got Kyle Anderson. Jaime Jaquez out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the 2 guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Now here's Bay. From the arc. Counted from distance. Bay's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing their future and developing talent.
Now here's Anderson. He's guarded closely. To the paint. Rebounded by Champagnie. Washington leading by 5. Pass to Smart. Here's Carrington. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Highsmith has checked in for Miami. Rozier comes in for Mitchell. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Washington. From deep. Brogdon.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Heat trail by 8. Outside Anderson. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Champagnie.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. Knocks down the long J.
Shot ready on the catch. Kyle Anderson in the catch and shoot.
Now here's Brogdon. Takes the 3. The shot off that time. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Anderson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Now just a 3-point Washington lead. You're a good person to ask this to us. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Washington. Smart outside. Lets it go from deep. And Smart nails the triple.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Anderson gets the bucket.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Champagnie. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Rozier finds Anderson. Soft touch off the glass. Anderson's got 9.
Well, this is where Anderson has functioned for most of his career. So savvy on the interior.
Bay from long range. Anderson pulls it down. Heat trail by 5. The layup off target. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Three-pointer Kispert, and he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Rozier, the pass to Robinson. Anderson with it. Fires it. And Bay pulls it down. Bay's got 4 rebounds now. For 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Miami's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Looking to get it going. And Bay pulls it down. Bay's got 5 rebounds in the game.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And they look more confident now, putting that rough first quarter behind them.
Pass to Robinson. Launches it from deep. No good there. And so it's the Washington Wizards. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans.
Hello and welcome. Before we...
When I look at Miami, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Wizards.
When contributions are...
That does it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at point guard. Now here's Coulibaly. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Heat trail by 9. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. Three-pointer off the mark. And the Wizards shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
VA, I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan. That's a nice drive by Andrew Wiggins. Has an understanding of the game and knowledge of where to get to on the court.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Adebayo, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Then this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Ware. And the 3 off target. Washington leading by 7. Poole with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. Washington again can't hit.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
It's rebounded by Washington. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Middleton with a screen on Adebayo. Down low. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's the 3. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Coulibaly's got 6.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Burks finds Hero. There's the three. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Ryan, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. B.A.?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. George, no good. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Trailing by 13. Adebayo, that's good.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
The Wizards have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Heat in 5th.
Now, we all know that getting to the free throw line is so vital in today's game. I mean, you get the freebies, plus you put your opponents in foul trouble.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Adebayo from long range. Hits the trifecta. Adebayo's got his second basket on the night.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
The 3 is up. Washington again can't hit. Heat trail by 7. Pass to Mitchell. 1:24 left in the third. The Wizards with another miss. And for Miami, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Cole Wiggins, bullseye with the 3.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Johnson for 3. Drops in the 3. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Carrington. No made baskets yet. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ware. It's rebounded by George. Wizards leading by 7. The jump hook. Got a piece of it. To the middle. It's rebounded by George. George has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Right side, Robinson. And here's Mitchell. There's the triple. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Mitchell.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's Washington up 4. And we'll have... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Duncan Robinson. Tyler Hero is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Sarr. That one a little long.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Hero for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Coulibaly. Fades. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hero for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Carrington. The 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Robinson on the wing. Coulibaly defending. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. The Wizards making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Here's Hero. Shot from the inbound. Banked it in off the glass. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Poole for three. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Robinson can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Middleton from the outside. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Wow. Middleton testing his range. And he passed the exam.
Releases. Hero, no good. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Washington. Leading by 5. Pass to George. Fires the three. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
Here's Wiggins. Inside. Here's Ware. Again, the Heat misses. Here's Washington now. Right now on a 9-0 run. George passes to Sarr. Here's Coulibaly. Robinson defending. Launches it. And it's Coulibaly missing.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Here's Adebayo. Good on the short little jump shot.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
Here's Sarr. And it goes straight through with a swish. Sarr's got his first points of the night. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Off target with the three. Washington leading by 8. Poole with the ball. Hero picks him up. Puts up a deep three. Poole's shot is off. Miami has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. It's Wiggins on the wing. Adebayo passes to Robinson. Off the mark there with a three. And for the Wizards, they're shooting only 36% since the 4th quarter started. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 15 rebounds here tonight. It's Wiggins on the wing. Hero against Middleton. Pulls it from 20. Hero, no good. Here are the Wizards now with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Middleton. And another miss by Washington. Here's Wiggins to the middle. Lets it fly. Miami, no good that time either. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
And here's Miami. 8-point game. And he sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
A huge bucket for Hero. I mean, we've seen it do it in the finals, and the moment not too big for Tyler.
He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
So it's Washington picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true.
excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
And now Washington's starting group. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's George. Then it's Sarr. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Got that one up quick. Barrett's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for the Raptors.
Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
And here's Poole for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Barrett. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
And here's George. After R.J. Barrett hitting the 3, and that one's good, George.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. And the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Sarr's shot is on. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The 3 from Barnes. Barrett inside the 3-point line. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for R.J. Barrett. And a wide open look for Sarr. And again, Washington no good. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Nailed from 3-point land.
Brandon Ingram at that size constantly has a shooting window that's open.
The 3 from Poole. Sinks the 3-pointer. Poole's got 6.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the 3-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Barrett the pass to Ingram. Now quickly. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Quickly, competitive, and responds with a 3 of his own.
George with the screen on Ingram. Ingram with the steal. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Sarr sets the screen for Poole. And George kicks to Middleton. For the 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Out to Ingram. A fader. Rebound, Washington. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sarr with it. Now guarded by Pirtle. They get it back. George looking over the floor. George sets a screen for Middleton. For 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Barrett finds Pirtle. Ingram outside. Fires at the elbow. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance from R.J. Barrett. He has been the story for the Toronto Raptors. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Marcus Smart. Kispert is out there with Bay. And it's Carrington in at the two-guard spot. Nice shot by Smart.
And what a great play from Smart. The D took the roller, and Smart took it upon himself.
Stolen by Kispert. Here's Carrington. A miss that time would have put him up. Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Abaji. And the three off target. For Washington, they won their last contest, that game against Miami. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled. Their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
Pass to Dick. Here's Walter. Here's Abaji. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And it's Carrington missing. Toronto, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside, Smart. Pass to Carrington. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Carrington's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
And that's just really good situational awareness from Smart, realizing someone was open on that possession.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Bay with it. Smart puts the pick in for Bay. Pass to Champagny. Clock at 4. Shoots over Walter. It's rebounded by Dick. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Heat in Miami. Here's Walter. Who's back up. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
So both teams changing it up here. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And again, no good by Toronto. Washington trailing. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. Here's Coulibaly. Offline with his three.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, Scotty Barnes, such an excellent passing wing.
It's George on the wing, covered by Barnes, and that one's good, George. 1:12 left in the first half of the game. Barnes the screen. Pass to Barrett. Feet away. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Brogdon with a screen for Middleton. Now Sarr. Releases. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Quickly against Middleton. Barrett, no good. Wizards trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Barrett against Middleton. Here's Koulibaly. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaning a little down.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Toronto ahead, up by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Well, right now for Washington, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out and...
And that is...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
George, no good. Toronto trailing. Nobody near Barnes. Knocks down the 3-ball. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
Sometimes it's just that easy. They get Barnes the ball and he gets that smooth J off.
Poole gets to Middleton. Poole with the screen for Middleton. On the wing, Koulibaly takes a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Wizards lead by 1. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
For 3, Ingram. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 4 rebounds in this game. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunity.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Quickly's got 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Ingram finds Quickly. Middleton against Barrett. They set the pick. Here's Ingram. And it's good off the back rim and in. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
Well, they just need to keep close tabs on Ingram if you're on defense. He's getting that jump shot to go.
And it's George missing. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check. The fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Barnes screen on Middleton. And it's Ingram missing.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on
him to continue missing.
For three, Barrett. Out to Ingram. Onside, Barrett. Another shot. Drives to the hoop. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Middleton. It's Ingram on the wing. Over George. And Ingram the bucket on the assist from Pirtle. Pirtle's got 4 assists now tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Poole the pass to Middleton. To halt the run, and he hits the jump shot. Middleton's got 5 now. 1:07 left in the third. They double in with Middleton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And they're running. Here's Koulibaly. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ingram's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lob pass to Barrett. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Up top, Barrett, defended by Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Barnes. And again, Toronto no up. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And it's Ingram missing. Now, Koulibaly. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a crucial 3 there. They've cut it close going into the 4th. This is far.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Raptors lead by 1. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Wizards. Kispert is out there with Johnson. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Champagnie in at the center position. With the step back, Smart passes to Champagnie. And it's Kispert in the corner. There's the pick to take the lead. Buries it from 3-point range. Kispert's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Ingram from the arc. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Dick passes to Barrett. Looking to get it going. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Ingram.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Here's Carrington. No good from outside. Raptors shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Pass to Pirtle. It's Ingram on the wing. The kick out to Barnes. Here's Dick. The rebound by Champagnie.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the right side. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside, Smart. Inside, over to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Good on the triple. Champagnie's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. Right? You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game. Smart deciding where to go with it. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't, despite the miss. No defender anywhere near him. He's gotten to shoot that one.
Bays checked in for Washington. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
Here's Boucher. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Boucher's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Poole finds George. Back to Poole. George sets a screen for Poole. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Wizards lead by 1.
Wow, and that's a big splash from Poole.
Ingram a screen on Middleton. Ingram outside. Here's Dick. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Ingram, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here's Poole. Shot clock at 5 from outside the arc. Sarr's shot is off. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
There's a good screen. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Driving inside. Here's Dick. Offensive rebound. Toronto working the ball around now. And an intentional foul right there.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. It's Ingram on the wing. He's defended by Koulibaly. It's in!
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And this is it, guys. Down 1, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the
opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the center position. Now here's Hero. They really needed more from him in the loss to Cleveland. The 3-ball. Rebound Toronto. Ingram with the ball. Now Burks defending. Pass to Pirtle. Launches a 3. The rebound by Ware.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Adebayo with it. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Over Burks. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
It's stolen by Barnes. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Toronto shooting their first foul shot of the night. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Ware. Wiggins with it. 5 to shoot. Here's Ware. Covered by Pirtle. Shoots. Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And it's quickly with a miss.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Barrett. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hero against Quickly. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Tyler Hero.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense. I just love the ball movement.
Raptors trail by 5. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
And it's Ware missing. Toronto's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. And again, Toronto, no good. The Heat on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Throws it up high, and finished off by Adebayo.
Oh my gosh. Just throw it up to the square and Bam will do the rest.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter. Hero for 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The 3, Barrett. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
You gotta like the quick decision making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Hero with it. He's picked up by Pirtle. Pass to Ware. Here's Burks. Wiggins for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Hero from way outside. Barnes with the rebound.
Grab with that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Adebayo grabs the board.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Takes a three. Hero, no good.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Miami leading by 5. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Lets the three fly. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Picked by Pirtle. And here's Ingram from the arc. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Well, Ingram can go shot for shot with anybody in the league. A 3 at the other end only seems to fuel his fire.
Has to Ware. 4-3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Brandon Ingram out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Walter, then it's Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 5. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. There's a screen. The 3, Barrett. Larson with a rebound. Miami leading by 7. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Robinson can't hit. And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention. And then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Adebayo passes to Anderson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Well, Anderson is used to having to finish through contact. He's so good at baiting defenders to foul.
Miami making a switch here. Jaquez is checked in, a multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Mitchell misses. Raptors trail by 7. Fires for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Dick's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Anderson passes to Robinson from behind the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Right side, Barrett. Picked it. And this is his second attempt at the line tonight. And the free throw, no good. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it could even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Kicks it out to Barrett. From outside the arc. Jaquez grabs the board.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Robinson for 3. It doesn't go for him.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
On target from range.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Larson. Outside, Anderson. Puts up a 3. Abaji with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Agbaji's got 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And that one's good.
And sometimes you forget how long Anderson is. Possessing a 7'2" wingspan, it makes him a problem inside.
They grab their own miss. The 3, Barrett. Second chance shot. Pass to Agbaji. Shot clock at 5. It's Barrett on the wing. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Rozier against Quickly. Outside Jaquez. Offensive board. Here's Ware. Back to Jaquez. Shot clock at 6. Rozier can't get it to go. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Man, it's Shed missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for Miami. Last time they met in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Lawson, he's checked in for Toronto. Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Tyler Hero comes in for Rozier. Raptors trail by 3. Quickly, right side. Pass to Pirtle. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Tyler Hero. This is his second trip to the line in the game. And he sinks the second. Heat shooting only 31% in the second quarter of this one. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Over Quickly. Wiggins, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Lawson. And again, Toronto, no good. Here's Highsmith. And that's not gonna go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Heat out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Their shooting percentage is awful. They would have been better off rolling out Ernie.
That's where you're wrong. I wouldn't miss a shot. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule. And that'll do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5. Adebayo from long range. Rebound by the Raptors. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in the game. Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Ingram's got 9.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Burks finds Wiggins. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Raptors. And now the Raptors on the break. Barrett with it. Now Burks defending. Quickly outside for the lead. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. It's Barrett on the wing. He's guarded by Hero. Quickly from outside, cranes the triple. And now a three-point Toronto lead.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Here's Ware. And again, no good by Miami. Toronto has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Barnes against Jaquez. Pass to Walter. From downtown, Jaquez grabs the board. Heat trail by 3. Outside Robinson, fires from deep. He drops it from range. Robinson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
It had to be lightning quick, and Robinson got it away.
Connects from downtown.
Maybe they expended too much energy in the first half. They just look tired here on the defensive end.
Beyond the arc. Outside for Mitchell. For 3. Rebound by the Raptors. They've got numbers. Here's Abaji. Three-pointer, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. They trail by 3. Outside Robinson. Lets it go from deep. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Robinson's got 6 points.
Well, this is what Robinson is out here to do. I like how aggressive he is shooting it from outside.
Abaji can't hit.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Count that bucket.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Abaji. He's got 9. The 3 ball. Nails it from 3. He's got 12.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
That's good from Jaquez on the assist by Mitchell.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Abaji. Robinson defending. Robinson with a steal. It's Jaquez on the wing. Going inside. Oh!
Wow!
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, he's such a competitive guy. Jaquez Jr. just willing that ball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 32 seconds left in the third.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Mitchell, the pass to Anderson. Fades and shoots. That shot, no good. Here's Abaji. Knocks down the triple. Agbaji's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the...
Once we get the rebound, get to...
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. We've got Chris Boucher and it's Shed in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Wiggins for 3. The rebound by Shed. The Raptors with a lead. Here's Abaji. Offline with a 3. Pass to Ware. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Here's Abaji. That 3's off the mark.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Highsmith. Up top, Rozier.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Hero for three. Gets the three to fall. And now it's a 4-point Miami lead.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage from there.
Boucher on the screen. Hibachi. And the Raptors miss again. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And it's Highsmith missing. For Toronto, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Fast break Miami. Three-pointer Rozier. Pure from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 7. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Heat?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Clock at 6. Here's Abaji. Shot to stop the run. Rebound Miami.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
It's stolen. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And he lobs it up to the rim.
And they have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. A line change here for Toronto. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Hero. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Burks, he's checked in for Rozier. Here's Quickly. And here's Ingram outside. Gets the 3-ball to go. And now it's just a 2-point Miami lead.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Back to Hero. And he lobs it up top.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter here. Fires the 3. Hero, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Pirtle with a screen on Hero. Quickly outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. It's a 1-point game. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Well, remember, Hero came into the league as a scorer, and he's only gotten better, continuing to round out his game.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock that in.
Quickly with the ball. Guarded by Adebayo. Quickly passes to Ingram. Outside Barrett to tie it up. Yes! Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Barnes passes to Barrett to take the lead. Oh, he buried the 3.
And you know Barrett wants the ball especially on these big possessions.
Back to Hero. Pass to Robinson. And again, no good by Miami.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Hero for three. Unable to get that one. So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van
I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Alec. Burks, and it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. Hero finds Adebayo. A three-pointer, no good. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. And a wide-open look for Shaw. That three off the mark. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a three-point game. Wiggins from outside. He can't get it to go. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Middleton for three. Burks pulls it in. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's Hero with the three. Miami no good on that time either. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Here's Adebayo. Hits the jumper.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup, and that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here is Poole. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. Connects from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Burks dishes to Ware. Back to Burks. And here's Adebayo outside. It's rebounded by Poole. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Koulibaly. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Shot's good by Hero.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Koulibaly, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Hero against Poole. Over Adebayo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Miami trailing. Hero kicks to Ware. Back to Hero. Jacks up a three. No good on that one. For Washington, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Jaquez is checked in. Here's Champagne, defended by Anderson. The fadeaway. That one wide left. The Heat shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. 50 seconds left in the first. Drops in the tray. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Kispert. The Wizards with another miss. Jaquez left side. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Larson. And again, Miami with the triple.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Smart. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Marcus Smart will not let that last free go unanswered. He delivers one of his own.
Here's Larson. Back to Mitchell. It's Robinson high post. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
You've got Sadiq Bey. Kispert is out there with Song. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Carrington in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And it's Adebayo in the corner. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. George is checked in for Kispert. And Middleton subbed in for Bey. And Miami also making a switch. Highsmith is checked in. Smart against Rozier. The 3. Smart misses. The Heat with the lead. Fires from way outside. That one's not going to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a Heat check.
And it's Rozier missing. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Sarr. No good on the 3. Miami's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Robinson for 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Miami's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Larson, no good. Washington trailing. Smart on the wing. Pass to Carrington. George with the screen on Robinson. Beyond the arc. And it's Carrington missing. And Miami shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering.
Sharp defensive instincts from the rookie. Sorry, using those long arms to knock that one away.
Coulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Smart. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Hero. Lock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Works for 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, George. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Hero passes to Wiggins. And the 3 ball is good. And the Heat lead by 3.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Middleton inside the 3-point line. Highsmith grabs the miss.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Burks against Brogdon. Burks dishes to Ware. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. Rebounded by the Wizards. Now Coulibaly. Fires for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Coulibaly's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Middleton outside. George sets a screen for Middleton. Pass to Coulibaly. There's the 3. Sinks the triple. And now a 3-point Wizards lead.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Hero finds Wiggins. Burks looking around. Pass to Wiggins. And here is Hero. Launches a 3. The shot will not fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Heat trail by 3. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. We've got Alec Burks. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. Near the 3-point line, it's Poole. Coulibaly with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Coulibaly, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Coulibaly, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Poole with the steal from deep 3-point territory. Knocks it loose.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Now, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Washington's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Sarr's shot is off. For Miami, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Burks for 3. They get it back. Wiggins. Pass to Hero for the tie. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got 9.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Middleton inside the three-point line. The Wizards with another miss. He'd have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Adebayo finds Hero. Here's Ware. Adebayo down low. Over Sarr. And it's Miami with another.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Sarr sets the screen for Poole. The Wizards with another miss.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Stolen by George. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Carrington. He has yet to score. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Kispert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. They set the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Here's Carrington. Just 5 to shoot. Krills the three-pointer. Carrington's got his first 3 points of the game. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Washington has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. To the paint, stolen by Mitchell. Anderson outside. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Wizards with the lead. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Carrington. Another one falls for Washington. The Heat have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Back to Mitchell. Three-pointer. The rebound by Champagnie.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
30 seconds left to play here in the third. Stolen away. Pass to Anderson. It's deflected. And here is Kispert. Scoreless thus far. Drills it from outside. Kispert's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. Anderson inside. That one, no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Wizards lead by 5. We've got more hoops coming your way. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Saddiq Bey. Marcus Smart is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Champagnie in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Sarr's checked in for Washington. The Heat trail by 5. Mitchell kicks to Rozier. No good with the triple. The Wizards shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Back to Wiggins. Adebayo against Bay. Wiggins outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ware. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Poole on the wing. Back to Smart. Pass to Coulibaly. For 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Rozier the pass to Ware. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
George is checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Smart. Hero kicks to Ware. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Middleton with a screen for Poole. The Wizards with another miss.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Ware passes to Hero. Heat moving the ball around. On deep, Adebayo. And again, Miami with the triple.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Middleton, a screen on Adebayo. Sarr with it. Kicks it down to Middleton. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Middleton with a screen for Poole. Again, the miss by Poole.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Coulibaly. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Heat.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
The 3 from Poole. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Adebayo kicks to Hero. Teardrop shot. That's tipped. Pushing it up. Here's Coulibaly. They get it again. Kicks it down to Middleton. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And again, Washington no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And Coulibaly gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And yes, it's good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Now Sarr fades, and the Wizards hit again from deep. And the miss. And so Washington takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage.
particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low. Now here's Barnes, pass to Quickly. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. And that's a foul called on Jakob Pirtle. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's the double team with Quickly. It's Middleton on the wing. George, a screen on Barrett. Pass to Coulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Sarr pulls it in. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Fader on the way. The shot no good. The Raptors have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Middleton's not a selfish player, always willing to share the wealth.
Now Barrett. Back to Ingram. And counted from 19 feet away.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Poole against Quickly. Poole shot is off. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Quickly finds Ingram. Over Poole. And that one's good. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
They swipe it. Coulibaly with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Misses the 3. For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. For 3, Barrett. And it's Poole with a rebound. And it's Poole with the ball for the Wizards. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. And the Raptors making a change here.
On the court.
Washington leading by 4. There's 1:54 left now in the first quarter. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Barrett. Taken away. Bay outside. Kispert outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. And we're going to have a jump ball.
YouTube. It'll be a jump ball.
Pass to Walter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Coulibaly. The Raptors making their last shot. Drills it from deep. Coulibaly's got 9.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
There's a screen. Bay from long range. Rebound, Toronto.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Champagnie, he's checked in for Washington. Smart comes in for Coulibaly. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Abaji comes in for Quickly. The Wizards with a lead. Smart outside. Kispert outside. Here's Carrington, guarded by Dick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Champagnie. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Pass to Ingram. Lets the three fly. The shot no good. And here's Kispert from the arc. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Washington up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
We've got Jordan Poole. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Champagnie at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. And it's Smart missing. Toronto trailing after years of competing for championships and winning one. Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
George for 3. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors. Washington making some changes. Sarr's checked in for Champagnie, and it's Coulibaly in for Smart. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Abaji. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. They set the screen, pass to Lawson. Drives to the hoop, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Lawson. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Now here's Barnes. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Rebound by Middleton. Washington leading by 3. Outside Coulibaly. They set the pick. His first shot coming late. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Shed. Here's Lawson. Outside Barnes. Fires in the triple. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that. So much for the defense.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Sarr passes to Poole. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Walter. Here's Lawson. Middleton covering. Walter can't get it to go. The Wizards have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Buries it from 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Koulibaly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Koulibaly's got 15 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
I don't like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And Washington making a change here.
Substitution for your Wizards.
Washington has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Picked by Pirtle. The three from Barnes. It's rebounded by Washington. Kispert outside. From the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
They get the rebound. Outside, Dick takes a 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. It's a 5-point game. Barnes with the rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
On the wing, Bay. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Kispert outside. Back to Bay. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Washington. They lead by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Without question, Bilal Koulibaly displaying his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett in at the 3. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. We got a long way to go. His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Barnes. Sarr misses.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Barrett. Good D by Middleton. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Koulibaly. Sarr passes to Poole. For 3, George connects from downtown. George has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Koulibaly. He's got 15. And it's all from three-point range. Quickly with the ball. Poole picks him up. And here's Ingram outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Ingram's got 10.
Man, I love the confidence. BI from way out there.
George outside. Pass to Poole. Fires for 3. And no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. It's Barrett on the wing. For the lead. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound. Washington has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And there's the screen from behind the arc. Rebound Toronto. Outside Barrett. Quickly outside. Hurdle with a screen on Poole. Pass to Mobo. Ingram against George. Shoots from the baseline. And too long on the shot. The Wizards have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Here's Sarr. 1:51 left to play in the third. Middleton with a screen on quickly. Poole from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Poole's gotten his second bucket.
And Poole is such a tough and dynamic three-point shooter. He's comfortable firing from anywhere.
Poole wasted no time on that one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Coulibaly. He's got 15. Here's Middleton. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Hurdle's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. So they take the lead. Barrett's got 6 points.
Well, RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
Pass to Sarr. Jacks up a 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. Back to Pirtle. Deflects the pass. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. George. And the jam by George.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Launches a 3. It's not going to go for him. Outside Ingram. For 3, Barrett. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. He's got 9.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Johnson is out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Carrington in a 2-guard. That's the group for Washington right now. Pass to Abaji. From the corner. That one is off. Here's Champagny. Let's go with a 3. And the Wizards with another 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Barnes. Johnson against Barrett. Here's Abaji. Kicks it out to Barrett. Clock at 2 to the paint. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Tipped away. Here comes Toronto on the push. Pass to Walter. Barnes with it. Launches it. Rebounded by Champagny. Washington has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Kispert's checked in for Washington. And Toronto also making a switch. Dick's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Kispert outside. Pass to Champagny. Johnson on the wing. Guarded by Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Champagny. Drills it from deep. Champagny's got 6 points in the quarter.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Barnes, no good. Wizards leading by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's Smart on the wing. To the left wing. Lets it fly. And another basket for Washington. And so here is Toronto. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. Big run right now for them, 11-2. And the Wizards making a change here. Sarge checked in.
Second team.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Carrington. Knocks down the long J. And it's a 9-point Wizard lead.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
And there's a pick. Here's Carrington. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Abaji. Now here's Dick. The 3 is up. Kispert grabs a miss. Minute 32 left to play in the fourth. And here's Smart. Here's Champagny. He's guarded by Barnes. Just 3 to shoot. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Raptors trail by 7.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
And another miss by Washington. Barnes passes to Abaji. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Washington. Smart left side. Pass to Sarr. There's a screen. Smart outside. Lets it fly. Cash money on the open jump shot. And the Wizards lead by 7.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Walter from outside. Kispert grabs a miss. And Washington with possession. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Champagny, that's good. We see the Wizards taking the W here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.